Okay, here's lesson 15 of your daily math entry activity. So number one says 1052 minus 641. Most of us can't do this in our head, so we really need to stack it up. 1052 minus 641. Most important thing is to get these columns lined up. Okay, 2 take away 1 is 1. 5 take away 4 is 1. 6, I can't get the 6 from the 0, but I can get the 6 from 10, and that is 4. If it bothered you that I did that, I could also cross this out and make this a 1 and this a 0. Same thing. So 411. D is 411. Hideo found a bag of 1,000 gold pieces on the ground. Hideo is a lucky person. As he looked through the bag, Hideo realized that 75 of the gold pieces were made of chocolate. Well, so he gets a snack too. How many of the gold pieces were not made of chocolate? Well, you probably figured out that you need to take 1,000 and subtract the 75 to see how many of them are not chocolate but actually gold. Now, the confusing part about this is that there's all these zeros up here, so we're going to have to do some regrouping. And I'm going to have to go all the way over, to this 10 and make it a 9. And this will become a 10 and a 9, and this is a 10. By the way, what happened here, this 9, 9, and a 10, really means that we just changed this into 900 plus 90 plus 10. And if we do 90 plus 10, that's 100. And 100 plus 900 is 1,000. So this whole thing is still 1,000. But when we see 1,000 as 900 and 90 and 10, now we can take the 70 and the 5, which does equal 75, and we can subtract those parts. So 10 minus 5 is 5. 90 minus 70 is 20, and 900 minus nothing is still 900. So we put all that together, we get 925. And if we do it down here, we'll take 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. 9 minus 7 is 2, and we still get the 9. Same thing. So 925 gold pieces. He's rich, and he got a snack. First 5 multiples of 6. Number 3, multiples. When you see multiples, we are talking 6 times. Okay? So if we say 6 times 1, we get 6. That's the first multiple. If we say 6 times 2, we get 12. That's the next multiple. 6 times 3 is 18. 6 times 4 is 24. And 6 times 5 is 30. So there are your first 5 multiples. 1 times 6, 2 times 6, 3 times 6, 4 times 6, 5 times 6 multiples. Okay, 783 divided by 5. I needed more room. I need another piece of paper. So here we go. 783 divided by 5. Take what you need to keep in mind here is that what this means is how many 5s does it take to get up to 783. Okay, 783 divided by 5. We don't need to get all worked up about the specific method. We just need to understand what's happening here. How many 5s does it take? How many 5s do we need to get all the way up to 783? Now I know because of the 3 and all 5s, if I skip count by 5s, 5, 10, 15, 20, it always ends in a 5 or a 0. So I know I'm not going to be exact. I could just skip count by 5s and keep track on my fingers or tally marks or something, but I would get lost pretty quick. So I'm going to take chunks of 5s. Now, 10 5s will only be 50. That's not very much. I need a big number here. What about 100 5s? So what if I did 100 5s? That would be 500, right? Ooh, that's getting me pretty darn close. to 783. Can I do another 100 fives? Well, no, that'd be too much because I'm only, here, I'm going to take that 500 away. That's a 3, that's an 8. I only need 283 more. So how many fives does it take to make 283? So let's see. Here's a guess. How about, I know that 4 times 5 is 20, and I know from those place value patterns that if I do 4 times 5 is 20, but 40 times 5 would be 20 with that extra 0. So that'd be 200. Ooh, that's pretty good. So now I can take away another 200. I've only got 83. So I've only got 83 left. How many fives does it take me to get 83? Well, I think this would be a good time to use a 10. I could use, let's see, 10 more fives. 10 times 5 is 50. So now I've gotten rid of 50 more. What's left here? 33. How many fives does it take to make 33? Well, 6 times 5 equals 30. And I've got this 3, whoops, that's not a 3. I've got 3 left, and I can't use any more fives. No, another 5 would go more than 3. So altogether here, I used 100 fives, 40 fives, 10 fives, and 6 fives, and I got rid of almost all of this 783. So altogether, this is 156 fives, and we'll multiply this out just to see what does that actually get you. So we're trying to figure out how many fives, and we said 100 fives, a total of 50, and 6 fives. 5 times 6 is 30. 5 times 50 is 250. And that's 500. And if I add all this up, 500 plus 250 plus 30 gives me 780. So 156 fives equals 780. 780. And then there's 3 left over. Leftover, the fancy math word for leftover is remainder. So 783 divided by 5, we found out that there are 156 of those 5s with 3 left over, remainder 3. So 156 remainder 3. Are there other ways to divide? Yes, long division, big 7. There are lots of methods to divide. I could also use a calculator. I could ask my phone even. But right now my goal is to understand what division means. And thinking of it as how many 5s does it take to get to 783 is a good way to understand what division really means. Okay, last one, the correct measurement of the angle. So we are looking at this angle. And I think the thing to know here, you don't really need a protractor to measure this. This is one of these things that you can just memorize. When you've got a straight line, the angle from here to here is 180 degrees. If we went the rest of the way around, all the way around in a circle, that is 360 degrees. 180 is half of 360, so it's half of a circle. So if you're facing this way and you spin yourself around so you're facing this way, that's 180 degrees. 180 degrees. Okay, there you go. That is the end of lesson 15. Make sure that you have shown the extra work on your own math packet to match up with what I have, everything here and here. Add that on. If you have different ways to do it, we'd like to see both.